COVID-19 has forced a number of students to get creative with how they spend their free time. For Quinnipiac University graduate student Jonathan Banks, he found this through podcasting, most notably a podcast he started with a couple of friends back in March, London's Finest.
We were just so bored during quarantine. There's nothing to do. There's nothing really worthwhile that we could really focus on. So we just said, hey, let's do this 5 days a week. You know, there's still some soccer going on in other countries that aren't hit at the same way the United States were hit at the current time with the pandemic. So we started talking about those. We would make a rundown, make a script, just plan out what we were going to say, and then we just throw it on Periscope. It was something we enjoyed doing, so we kind of let that take precedent over the analytical value of our show, which is the amount of views, the amount of countries people were watching in, and we let it go from there. And we thought about scaling back at the beginning because 5 days a week is a lot, but we decided just to keep going because the other argument was, what else are you doing during quarantine? So at least this was giving us some sort of value and something to do professionally, and that we enjoyed doing it. It forced you to sit at your desk at home and do some work and do some editing and do some producing and really get those attributes that you need in the real world for our field back into the swing of things. So I think it was from that regard very rewarding and very worthwhile. You want to be respected as a credentialed media member. You want to be respected as a podcaster when you're doing a podcast because you know what you're talking about. You want other people to believe that you know what you're talking about, that you're this expert source, because so many fans know information. We just want to be fans that show that in a fun and exciting way that people want to listen to.
To date, London's Finest has garnered over 100,000 views on Periscope, over 2 million Twitter impressions, and has reached an audience in the South American region and in Europe. The show is a combination of in-depth analysis and fun energy that the audience will love.
Let's call it like it is. It's not looking good. I'll tell that camera right here. It's not looking good.
No matter what, I urge you, if there's something that you want to do, if you want to produce a podcast, if you want to just master any sort of content, you're passionate about it, just make time for it and go for it, because we were in quarantine. It still took us 3 weeks to get this off the ground and really decide this is something we want to do. And it took us a while to realize it was worth what we were doing. But if you're passionate about something, I know it sounds cliche, but you just have to go for it. You have to jump with both feet into the fire and hope it pans out for you. Who cares if you only have 50 followers or no one's listening? Obviously, there's a mental hurdle to it, and I get it because we were there too, but just got to keep pushing. If it's something you love to do, then it'll all work out in the end for you. But you just got to take that step and go for it, no matter how much free time you have or how much little time you have.
Be sure to watch London's Finest live on Periscope every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. in the UK.